Hello. I'm just cleaning the back of my camera. I just thought, I don't think I've cleaned it before. I just went on live. Yeah, it says I've gone on live now. Great. Good evening, everybody. Hi, Hannah. Hello, everyone. So for those who don't know me, I'm Jess from Jessica's Beauty, part of the Elegance UK team. And this evening we're going to go through hard gel manicures. I'm going to do 3 nails, and I actually forgot I've got a newfound respect again for long nail clients because I'm doing 3 different lengths. Probably better showing you when I flip the camera over, but I've got a newfound respect for long nails because these 2, even though that one's tiny, is driving me mad. So fair play to all of you that have long nails because I can't cope. I think it's because, again, with being a nail tech, just having longer nails, they just get in the way all the time and I'm just not used to it anymore. So I'm going to go through the applications that I use, like to either do a no-file technique or if I just need to do the teeniest buffing, because as we know as nail techs, time is money, and you don't want to waste too much time over filing product, and it's not good for your wrist either. Hi Lenore. So I'm going to go through those, and I'm going to be using my favourite Ideal Pink Extreme because it's just so good. Right, I'm going to flip the camera over and get myself in position. So 2 ticks. Oh, I don't even know where the camera flip thing is now. Right, let me get into position and put the light in so you can see better. I'm going to move that out of the way because I don't want the lamp all blue. So as you can see, I've done 3 different lengths because I just thought one on more natural length nail, that's my go-to, a longer length, and kind of a medium square because I just think it's good to be able to see a variety of lengths with the application. So I just did these extensions and the base using the natural pink fibre. Love this. And in the 10mm, because these are such handy pots when you're wanting to try all the different Lexiline options, especially if you're new to the brand as well. It's not quite as big as of an outpayment, I guess, of a payout. I don't know the word. So you can try a few then, as opposed to just maybe 1 or 2. You could get a couple, and especially make the most of the 20% off code using ProBeauty20, and that's for today and tomorrow. So for those of you who haven't made the most of that, get to it definitely. So we're going to trying to figure out which position to put my hand in for this live so you can all see as best possible, but I'll just do them one at a time anyway. So I'm just going to cleanse the nails. How is everyone this evening? I feel like today's gone ever so quick, but that's just Sundays for you, isn't it? So I'll be using the Ideal Pink Extreme, which is the new dream combination rather, because Ideal Pink's my favourite cover pink, and then with Extreme, which is my favourite viscosity, it's just the perfect pairing. Oh gosh, that's me watching my hand placement through my phone. So I just love how it's very obviously it's not as kind of not runny as such, but as thin maybe as your Cool Jelly One Step, but I prefer that because I feel like I'd rather take my time in the placement than spending the time on filing. So gonna do my square nail at the moment, so can you all see this like nicely? I feel like I'm in a good position, but it's whether or not you guys are comfortable with that. So I'm just going to paint maybe, how would I do it if I'm doing my own nails? Probably like this. So I'm just going to do like a thinnish coat, and I'm going to put that in the lamp first. Don't need that little bit where I've painted. This doesn't have to be too perfect just yet. So I'm just going to put that in there. Oh good, I'm glad you can see where everything is. So the 10mm pots are great, and at the moment Ideal Pink's only in the 10mm, the Ideal Pink Extremes in the 10mm and in the 120mm. So it's great because then you can just get this pot and then just constantly refill with the 120mm, and that'll just last you ages really. Saves you buying multiple, and again with the 20% off, it's definitely worth making the most of. So we'll cure that for 60. I always think whenever I'm doing this, I think, should I have got one of my clients to model for me? Would that have been like easier with the hand position? Because it is more awkward on the camera when it's on yourself, but we'll get through it. We'll go with it. So that's back. So again, I think this comes with practice, like knowing the amount to have, like the bead, the amount that you want on your brush for the length. But obviously the great thing with gel, you can apply more, even perhaps like after you've cured it, you can still add a little bit more, but obviously you'll have to file that all nice and smooth. I am using Extreme. Extreme's the one that I use the most for my clients, you see. But obviously we've got One Step, we've got Cool Gel, we've got Builder, and I tend to use either Extreme or Builder. But Extreme is good for if you're wanting that little bit more self-leveling, but you can still control the placement of it as well, if that makes any sense. So just going to get a little slip layer. Oh, I don't know if you can see. Why is it blurry? Let me move my sleeve, maybe if it's just that, maybe. I feel when I'm nervous I tend to waffle a lot, so I do apologise. So just doing a little slip layer, and then for a length of nail of this, probably looks like a lot, but it's not. It will travel, so I always place the bead at the top, and I kind of just push it around a little bit at the top, like buff it towards the cuticle as close as possible, but obviously you don't want to flood. And then we're just going to drag the product down gently, just taking our time. And obviously because we've got that slip layer, that'll also help the product just gently kind of fall where it needs to as well. So I think I might have put a bit too much product on that side beforehand. You can see where that and that's cured, but at the moment you can see how the light's shining. So this would probably be a nail that I would file, but but not a huge amount. There doesn't really need to be too much. But again, obviously, the perks of using the gel, you can just manipulate it where you need to. So I just felt like there was a little bit of a lump there, but you can see with the light as well how it shines. I feel like we need to bring a bit of product here again. Can't see that because of how I'm positioned. There we go. That's better. So we're going to cure that in the lamp again for 60 seconds. And also doing like those little base layer of the hard gel, the Lexiline, it just helps prevent the heat spike as well just before you go in as well. Not everybody gets heat spike, but some people do. And I feel like in the summer, I feel like we get heat spike a little bit more. I don't know if you other nail techs get that from clients. So yeah, trying to think, was that I did write a couple notes of different things to put in the little fillers, and then my mind goes blank. So that's why I probably needed to have made more notes. But we'll go on to the almond nail after this. But I'll probably just do a little bit of filing, not too much. So as you can see, like I think this was probably beforehand where I've cured a little bit of a nudge of that. So again, it's okay not to always have like the complete no file technique, but you want to try and prevent as much filing as possible if you can. So I'll probably just go in, just gently buff that out. So difficult for me to quite tell how you guys can see it. So I'm just going to make sure that's all nice and flush down the side. A little bit there, because what I feel like once I've started filing, I just like to buff over the whole thing. And again, it's not huge amounts of filing. It's literally just a nice little tidy just to make sure we're completely flush. I think as well I do tend to like to just file that tiny bit just because I am a bit more of a perfectionist. So I do like to try and make sure everything's as flush as possible. So it wasn't a huge amount, and I'm trying to do it a bit slower so I'm not like when you're like actually doing it on clients, where you do probably go a lot quicker than what I'm going, and I definitely go a lot quicker than what I'm going right now. So I'm not going to go too much. I'm not going to go over that with top coat yet because I'll go through that later. I'll go on to the next nail. Now normally as well, a tip that I do tend to use, and I've not used the tip myself, is I usually nip my cuticles and tidy all my cuticles after I've done the product application and filing, mainly because, as you can probably see here, I trimmed my cuticle and then I started filing, making sure this was all tidy for later, and I filed into myself. So I just find when you're doing when you cut cuticles before you start applying the product, like the Lexiline, and before you start filing, you tend, I feel like you're more prone to either accidentally cutting your client with a file perhaps, if you're a little bit too close or when you get a bit too like into the zone with your filing. So I do tend to nip cuticles afterwards. So again, going back to, because I just went on a little waffle again. So going back to doing the application, so doing that on an almond nail, just so you can see again the different applications. So shift that out the way and then just do a little thin layer. What are your favourite viscosities to use if you use like Elegance and you're watching this? I always find it interesting listening to what other people like to use and what their like preferred techniques are, because we can all definitely take notes from each other. I'm always open to taking tips off other techs, because I feel like that's the thing with the nail industry. There's so much to learn. You kind of never get bored of this industry because there's so much to learn. Yeah, Cool Gel Monster, Extreme in Cool Gel. I haven't used Cool Gel in ages. I actually can't even remember the last time I bought a pot. Might have to, again, the handiest part of the 10 mils, maybe need to do a little order of a 10 mil in the Cool Gel. But no, me, I'll go onto the Light Elegance website, and with the 20% off code, they'll all be sold out. But that's a good thing, because it's good for everybody to try all the products. But I will take that sacrifice for everyone else to enjoy. I'm very new to Ellie and I'm liking One Step at the moment, as it's a closer viscosity to what I'm used to. But I love the colour of Cashmere in the Extreme range. Cashmere, oh, it's such a good colour. Such a good colour. Love that. Yeah, it's almost just like a little bit lighter than this, a little bit more, I don't know, there's almost a slight creamy-ish tone to it. I don't know, maybe I'm explaining that wrong, but I love Cashmere. Just nice if clients want that slightly even more natural look. Does anyone know if this live will be saved? Yeah, all the lives are going to be saved. So as soon as I've finished doing this live, I will save it. I think so Mandy, who was on previously, there was a slight technical difficulty, so that's saved onto her page, but it'll be a collaboration on the Light Elegance page, so you'll be able to watch it. Still, you'll be able to watch them all back. So yeah, and I think last time, I'm sure they were put on YouTube, but I don't actually know that 100%, so maybe Jojo or Leela can. There we go. So again, so this is obviously a lot longer of a nail. So I'm just going to again do a little slip layer. So that's just going to help guide the gel where it needs to be. Again, helping me do some of the work itself. Yeah, technology depending. It's not always on our side. So, slightly bigger one, bigger bead. So again, same technique. Just gonna pop that near the cuticle and kind of just buff that round. I feel like there's like a, I've picked up a bit of fluff. So it's actually a good real life problem. So I feel like I've picked up randomly like the tiniest bit of like, I don't even know what that is, but this stuff happens. But luckily, because we're using Extreme, no fear, I'm just going to get a little bit of like the wipes, and just wipe that off because I have no idea where that came from. So the nice part, this isn't cured, so I can just literally kind of pick up maybe a little bit of a smaller bead and come back to that. That was like a perfect accident, wasn't it? I mean, hopefully that doesn't happen to us all, because it is annoying when you're midway through work and you're like, what is that in the middle of the nail? But perks of this, you can obviously just pull it out because it's not cured just yet. So just gonna tease. Oh, we're out of frame. We're out of frame. We're back. So I'm just gonna kind of let that, because I feel like there was a little. So you can see where the light's going. It's kind of just melting into itself. Yep, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to cure that again. Yeah, this is Ideal Pink. And that comes in, I believe, obviously Extreme now, Builder. And I think it's One Step. I believe it's One Step. I think I probably should have checked that before. That was another note that I could have made. But again, still learning. All in the process. Oh, I know my Lexi line clearly. Yep, One Step from Builder. Yeah, I was sure. I always have like whenever I'm doing an order, even though I know exactly what I want, I always end up probably scrolling through the entire Light Elegance website, because why not? Why not? I just want to see, is there anything else that I haven't tried that I want to try? And I'm probably like a salesman's dream. It doesn't take me much to purchase things. So I'm like, oh, need that, I'll have that. And when there's 20% off, like there is at the moment, I'm soon on it. Hello. Yeah, so I was, do you know, I went into a little world of my own then, like back in the room, Jess. So yeah, so I'm quite happy with how that is. So see where the light is, how it follows. And again, I do believe, I feel like it is a lot easier when this is on natural client. I do need to probably ask one of my clients next time we do a live to be a model for me, because I feel like I can grab the hand and like pull them into frame so you can really see, and I can play around a little bit more. So I'm just going to shift out that. So overall I'm quite happy with that, probably just a little tidy under this. But overall I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to go on to my favourite length nail. This is my length nail. This is what I have all the time because I can't cope with this. Like literally after this, I will go and zip with the file. No, it's not staying. I just really take my hat off to those of you with long nails. I think it's a skill to have long nails now. So I'm just gonna cleanse that now, ready for me to apply a thin layer. To be fair, I think I'm just gonna go straight in with this just as the slip layer, because when it's this type of length nail, you really don't want too much thickness, because I feel like it obviously for longer nails you do have to have a bit of thickness, because that's what's going to support the nail, especially when the nails are growing out. And with this product lasting as long as it does on clients, it's got to support that growth. But for when they're a lot shorter like this, you wouldn't really want as much product, I don't feel. So I'm probably using a bead, maybe like as much as that. Yeah, I feel like that'll do. So again, same technique. We're just pushing it into position and teasing the product down. And again, this product will already start self-leveling itself whilst I'm working the product down. So usually by the time you get to the bottom of the nail, it's already starting to work its magic. So I can see how the shine's kind of broken there. It's clearly a dip. So I can either use the brush that I just used, or you can use a striping brush like this to just drag the product out. Or sometimes even drag it back up the nail. Oh, I'm out of frame. Definitely out of frame then. And again, sorry the silence. I think this is just like a part of when you're tweaking. Just get in a little zone. Well, I do. I'm terrible. Even when I've got clients in, I'll be like, oh, sorry, I was in a filing zone then. There we go, that's better. Just a little bit more. But this is me probably just being finicky. And I do think as well, sometimes you can overplay with the product. There's clearly another dip there. Oh, and we're out of frame again, Jess. So like I'm forgetting you lot are here, even though I've got a phone right in my face. But again, these are like techniques that you can practice on yourself, and it doesn't matter how long it takes in the long run when you're when you're starting your nail journey, because at the end of the day, we've all got strengths and weaknesses. Like, I'm not the best at nail art, so it would take me a lot longer than maybe somebody else to do nails. I'm just going to cure that. To do nail art. But yeah, that is the beauty of, this product, with it being gel, because it will remain movable until you've cured it, so you can take your time. Maybe not as much, you might not have as much time to play around with one step and cool gel, just because they're that little bit runnier. They've just got like that slightly thinner viscosity than Extreme and Builder. So I think Jojo said in the comments, Extreme and Builder are really good beginner gels, because you can play with them for. Sorry, did something just happen? I feel like I paused. Am I back? Can everybody hear me? You can just let me know, because I'm panicking, because it just went pause. And I was like, why? Why has it done that? Hoping it's back. Can everybody hear me? Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I had like heart palpitations then. I was like, oh, I've dropped it. I've broke the live. What have I done? So I'm back. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, you can take as long as you know, as you need to. You're practicing when you first start and become like join this industry, so take your time, because again, I know that if I was a customer, a client, I'd rather someone take a little bit longer on my nails than rush and not perfect or do their very best. I'd rather them take that little bit longer. So definitely take your time, and if you need to be, you know, finicky about it, then needs must. But say overall that one, probably just going to do a tad little file. This is probably me just being a little OTT, but I feel like needs must. And sometimes it might just be that tiniest little bit. You might feel like I don't even need to go up by the cuticle. I'm quite happy with how flush that is. Filing with a camera in the middle of me and my hand is definitely a new skill. I feel like I'm learning. Yeah, so I feel like that's flush, and then I literally just go over with foamy and just make sure that is like, am I in? All the positions you have to put your fingers in sometimes to file. Right, so I am going to top coat these. If there's any questions, please do feel to ask about what I've been covering. If you need any help or other tips, or if there's anything that I feel, that you feel I've missed in pointing out, please let me know. Again, because I think sometimes, you know, it's like take over with this, so I end up waffling away about maybe things that aren't necessarily relevant to the actual live, and then I'm like, Jess, quick, get back to it. So I've just cleansed those, got rid of any dust could be around, and then I'm just going to go over with Super Shiny. I mean, it's just so nice painting over a matte nail. It's like, ah. Hope everyone grabbed themselves a cup of tea or a coffee or whatever beverage, you know, you're having and enjoying watching this. So I'm just going to do a little flash cure. I do tend to do a lot of flash curing with top coat, just to make sure it doesn't flood the cuticles or seep when I'm doing clients' nails. Or sometimes I'll do like all 4 fingers, flash cure, then the thumb. Because obviously when you're painting the thumb, the other nails are having to like seep to the other side. Ooh, I feel like I can see a bit of dust. No, we're safe. We're safe. Thank you both. And then take that one back out again. But yeah, I don't tend to do huge amounts of long nails. A lot of my clients do have like short nails like the one I'm top coating now. I've got a handful of like longer almond, but not huge amounts. So obviously you just have to change the amount of product on your brush when you're picking up your bead. But I knew there was a bit of fluff, I could see it dragging. I've gone blank again. Yeah, so a majority of mine are shorter length clients. Can you come and do mine, please? Oh, I'll have to book you in. So yeah, I'm just curing those now for 60 seconds. And then when they come out, I'm just going to leave them for a little while. Just so, because sometimes if you take them out and wipe straight away, they go slightly clouded. Not much, but just not as shiny as if you just give it maybe 20 seconds. I want to try this brand so bad. You need to, definitely. I mean, I went, I think I've been self-employed 6 years, and this was the first brand that I moved to becoming self-employed, and I've just never looked back. It was the best thing I ever did. So try it. You won't regret it at all. I know I've not regretted it. And I feel like they're always coming out with different products, different colours, different... just lots of things keeping up with the nail world, because as we all know, there's so many new techniques, products coming out that you can't always keep up with. I feel like it's just an ever-growing industry, isn't it? So I'm just I always like to just tidy the free edge, only a little bit, not, enough to change the shape at all, but just literally a little tidy. And this isn't breaking the seal either. Some people get a bit panicky when filing at the end with the top coat, but no, you don't have to worry about that. And I always do it when the top coat's still sticky, because then the dust sticks to the top coat. So when I wipe it off, it just all comes together instead of getting dust everywhere, because as we know, nails are dusty work. Yeah, Jojo and Layla have put in the discount code, so definitely make the most of that. So it's definitely worth, if you're wanting to try this brand and you've not yet, make the most. I mean, look at that shine. Love it. So we're just going to put on our cuticle oil. I mean, this one definitely needs it after I sliced it up. So just going to rub all that in. And the smell of this, if you haven't tried the Light Elegance cuticle oil, again, that's another thing to add to your shopping basket. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's like a spa. And then the best part, which my clients either absolutely love or hate, it's the squeak. You've got to squeak the nail clean, because how do you get that beautiful shine back? Oh, so there we go. So those are the different manicured lengths. So that's the hard gel manicures with different lengths and different shapes, just so you can see and get an idea of how to apply and how I apply. Just take your time, and obviously if you've only just joined this live, you can re-watch this back along with all the other lives. That'll be well, the other 2 lives are coming on tomorrow. Hang on, I'm just going to change over, because I feel like I'm holding my hand and I'm not talking to, I feel like I'm just talking to my phone as opposed to you. So give me 2 seconds. Oh, This is great lighting. So we've got Lenore on tomorrow at 7 p.m. and she's going to teach us how to do some beautiful glitter ombre nails. And then Nicole's on at 8 p.m. Doing character nails. So I'll be intrigued to watch those and take lots of notes, especially on the character nail. I've never done that before, so maybe that could be something I add. I'm not going to swear to that though, because my clients were like, oh, well, you said in the live that you'll be doing character nails. Just one step at a time. I'll have to practice on myself first. So all lives are going to be saved after once they've finished, so you can go back to them and take notes, because obviously when you're watching it live you can't always take notes, whereas you can watch back and go for speed ahead or go to wherever you need to go. So make the most of the Pro Beauty 20 discount code, getting 20% off. That's for today and tomorrow. Make the most of that. Get your shopping baskets filled. I know I will. I'm hoping, if there's anything left anyway. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Thank you for your patience watching me and listening to me waffle away. It was nice to see you all again, and thank you again for watching. Have a nice evening and I'll see you all soon. Bye.